One of the questions I get a lot when people come up to me on the street, emails, text messages, haven't seen me for a while, is how do you deal with fear? Um, and I think the answer is simple. I think it's number one, the acknowledgement of it, and number two, it's the acknowledgement and actionable step towards authoring your response, creating your response towards how you're going to handle fear, how you're going to handle adversity, what you're going to do to overcome anything that's standing in your way, potentially the thing that you're scared of. Because usually the thing that you're scared of, and in fitness sometimes it's, people are scared of deadlifts or kettlebells or cardio or long distance running or heavy weights, they're going to get bulky. Usually that's the thing that people need to address and they need to work on. And similarly, from an entrepreneur standpoint, a lot of the questions, like I just was reached, somebody reached out to me and said, well, I'm about to take on a bunch more clients, but I get nervous that I don't know that I can handle it all. And I say, oh, well, how do you know? You don't know. And if you already have systems in place and you already know that you're good enough, then a lot of the times you can just systemize your responses, or create videos, create content so that the same frequently asked questions, they get asked, and you'll have the answers. And you can say, hey, check this video out, etc. So I wanted to talk about this two-step process in acknowledging fear, because I think this goes hand in hand with the bigger topic that I want to go over today, which is transforming your life and transforming your career, and this concept that you can do it. I don't think it's often said enough that within you, around you, near you, is the power to create your story, be the author of your story, create your path, shape your path, and lastly, to transform it. Now, it's not for a lot of people to be able to create this sort of vision and then act on this vision and then take that next step and transform their life. But as some of you know, there was a life event that happened for us in 2016, and it changed my world forever, and it changed my wife's world forever, and it changed her family's world forever. And I can't say that I took up meditation from a selfless standpoint. I took it up on a selfish standpoint, but I know that I took it up 6 months before and started learning about it because that would help me eventually help others. I could start to manifest any anger, any issues that I had, and fear specifically, and I could look inward rather than outward and control what I can control. And that was a good example of controlling what you can control, because oftentimes you get caught up and you worry about things that you can't, and that's a game changer when you realize you can't. And so the second example that I have from this is that I started structure number two, location number two, in 2013, and we have not done anywhere close to the numbers that we are doing now, simply because I think this mind shift happened last August and September, and November we had a record-breaking month, and I wasn't even there for about 3/4 of the month. So it's obviously kudos to my team. It's obviously kudos to the people that I've surrounded myself with, and for people to be a patient at that time of our lives. But I think more importantly, it's that 4 years ago I took the steps to move from a small 150 square foot training studio to now about a 2,000 square foot training studio, with massage, with metabolic assessments, with private personal training, with semi-private personal training, 6-week transformations, 21-day shreds, and a lot of ways of which we can help make people successful. And so going back to that big question of how do you manage fear, I think once you figure out your answer to that question, like how do you manage it? It could be meditation, it could be a mentor, it could be just understanding why it is you're scared, so kind of reverse engineering that. It could be reverse engineering that and understanding why it is you're scared, Maybe it's a family member that suffered from a failed business or something like that, or somebody you knew, somebody else close to you has a bad story, whatever it is. But addressing that first, and then manifesting. Then once you address it and you can lay out this vision, you kind of create this this transformation that happens. I'm reading this book right now called Stealing Fire, and they talk about this concept of both self-authorization, so writing your own story, and then transforming your life. And it's not for a great percentage of people. I think it's between 5 and 10% of people that will actually do it. But if you are going to be successful as an entrepreneur, and we know that for a fact that 80 to 90% of businesses will fail within 5 years. And if they don't, they will fail in the next 5. So already we're looking at if you can write your own story and then transform. So basically, however that mindset that you had and that vision that you had, take that vision and then take the steps after that. Take the steps to gain the skills that you need, to surround yourself with the people that you need, the mentors you need, the systems that you need. Create that transformation yourself. To be able to write that is a very, very powerful thing. And I think for anyone that is in an entrepreneur or a leaping point in life, right? That big gap where you have to jump, and then the net will appear, those sayings, or, life is worth living only outside your comfort zone. All those quotes, those are great. But really, I wanted to share this concept with you because I think it's so big to realize, and if you do get to do this, this is a very powerful moment, that you can write your own story. You can recreate yourself. It's going to take time. We're on our 4th year, 5th year of business actually, and entering our 5th year of business. Again, we're doing numbers that we've never done. And it's obviously because of our team. It's obviously because of the systems, but it's also because of the environment that we've been trying to curate. We don't allow jerks, assholes. We don't allow them in the gym because working out's hard enough, right? And so supporting our people, supporting our clients, that's what we look to do. So that's it. I really, my heart goes out to all those entrepreneurs, all those people that are chasing and believing in their passion. And I believe in you, and I want to support you any way that I can. So if there's any way or any method or something, or any questions that you guys have, I need to express my both empathy for you, like I understand that fear, but also that I'm here for you. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Other than that, love you guys.